Hello there. This is Iris Delasanta. Welcome back to our study of Proverbs. And today we're going to be reading chapter 20 in the book of Proverbs. Verse 1. Wine produces mockers. Alcohol leads to brawls. Those led astray by drink cannot be wise. Such are the people who overindulge in alcohol. Proverbs associates drunkenness with poverty, strife, and injustice. Alcohol doesn't take away your problems, but it will most certainly create more. There's a Japanese proverb that goes something like, first the man takes a drink, and then the drink takes the man. Alcohol will have a control over your life if you allow it to. Best not to take part. 2 and 3. The king's fury is like a lion's roar. To rouse his anger is to risk your life. Avoiding a fight is a mark of honor. Only fools insist on quarreling. Anyone can start a quarrel, but it takes a wise person to stop it. Oftentimes, it is wisest to just avoid it entirely. 4. Those too lazy to plow in the right season will have no food at the harvest. The lazy will come up with reasons not to plow, but the diligent person will always find a reason to work. 5. Though good advice lies deep within the heart, a person with understanding will draw it out. We must always use wisdom in choosing a good counselor, one with a loving heart and discerning spirit, and really one who is mature and seasoned in their walk with the Lord. 6. Many will say they are loyal friends, but who can find one who is truly reliable? A friend who loves to the end is a faithful person you can count on. 7. The godly walk with integrity. Blessed are their children who follow them. The godly set the good example for a child to follow. 8. When a king sits in judgment, he weighs all the evidence, distinguishing the bad from the good. The king who weighs all the evidence before him rules in justice and truth. 9 and 10. Who can say, I have cleansed my heart? I am pure and free from sin. False weights and unequal measures. The Lord detests double standards of every kind. No one is without sin, but those who have been forgiven have clean hands and pure hearts. But they must continue living a victorious life, remaining honest and full of truth. 11. Even children are known by the way they act, whether their conduct is pure and whether it is right. 12. Ears to hear and eyes to see. Both are gifts from the Lord. And it is also good in your prayer time to ask the Lord to help you to hear those things you should hear and to see the things you should be seeing. Ask the Lord for discernment. 13. If you love sleep, you will end in poverty. Keep your eyes open, and there will be plenty to eat. The lazy will become poor because they don't want to work. And the rich may become poor because of their love for the things of leisure and pleasurable things. God will give us many opportunities to have our needs met, but many will miss it. 14. The buyer haggles over the price, saying it's worthless, and then brags about getting a bargain. I think many of us know at least one person like that. A buyer will insist that something is worth a lot less than it really is until he gets his hand on it, knowing the value of that particular thing full well. And then he brags about how he snookered the old fool. 15. Wise words are more valuable than much gold and many rubies. Wisdom is valued more highly than all the gems and precious metals that there are. 16. Get security from someone who guarantees a stranger's debt. Get a deposit if he does it for foreigners. We've read several times in different passages that it is unwise to take responsibility for somebody's debt, especially a stranger. And really taking the word from somebody saying that that person is good for it is doubly foolish. Best not to even get involved in somebody else's debt. 17. Stolen bread tastes sweet, but it turns to gravel in the mouth. This may say bread here, but there are many sinful pleasures that begin sweetly and will turn sour. They will turn sour in our spirit. They will cause issues in our lives. Though they begin as seemingly something good, they end up turning into pure destruction. 18. Plans succeed through good counsel. Don't go to war without wise advice. Government leaders seek good counsel before making major decisions. How much more should we seek wise counseling in our lives instead of just relying on our own thoughts? Seek wise counsel from other matured and seasoned believers. 19. A gossip goes around telling secrets, so don't hang around with chatterers. If you associate with such people, you will become like them. Gossip is contagious. Don't get caught up in it. 20. If you insult your father or mother, your light will be snuffed out in total darkness. God's word, one of his commands, say that we are to honor our father and mother, and you will be rewarded with a long life. 21. An inheritance obtained too early in life is not a blessing in the end. It's not always a blessing. It usually isn't a blessing. An immature person will not know how to handle an inheritance. And we see this in the story of the prodigal son, who asked his father early on for his inheritance and then went and squandered it. 22. Don't say, I will get even for this wrong. Wait for the Lord to handle the matter. Vengeance is the Lord's. We hear a lot of people say that. And he will take care of the wicked for their wrongdoing. Our job is to be patient and let the Lord handle it. 23. The Lord detests double standards. He's not pleased by dishonest scales. The Lord detests dishonesty. We hear this over and over again in the Proverbs. It is an abomination to him. 24. The Lord directs our steps, so why try to understand everything along the way? We can trust the Lord to direct our steps, and his ways are always perfect. As we read in Proverbs 3, 5 through 6, trust in the Lord with all your heart. Lean not on your own understanding. In all your ways, acknowledge him, and he will direct your path. 25. Don't trap yourself by making a rash promise to God and only later counting the cost. Count the cost first. Many make promises to God they do not keep. Hasty decisions are not always right. 26. A wise king scatters the wicked like wheat, then runs his threshing wheel over them. Winnowing, it's called. Separating the good from the bad. Likewise, God will separate the wicked from the righteous, and the wicked will be punished. 27. The Lord's light penetrates the human spirit, exposing every hidden motive. The New King James Version says, the spirit of a man is the lamp of the Lord. The spirit within you is the tell-all. It's what the Lord looks at, and what tells him everything about you, your true self, what's in your heart, what makes you tick, how you tick. Nothing at all can be hidden from God. 28. Unfailing love and faithfulness protect the king. His throne is made secure through love. Through his love and faithfulness, he is safe on his throne. His people are encouraged, and in turn, they are loyal to him. 29. The glory of the young is their strength. The gray hair of experience is the splendor of the old. The glory of the young, to be young and strong, having the strength to continue running, to do, and not crashing till night comes. Young years were nice, but you know what? I like my gray hair years of experience. I've learned much, and they've helped me much. 30. Physical punishment cleanses away evil. Such discipline purifies the heart. Stern treatment is necessary to restrain evil. But even when punished, a fool will not change his ways. They will continue living a foolish life. 29 verses in chapter 20. Tomorrow, we will read chapter 21. So join me again as we study the book of Proverbs. I thank you for hearing me out, and I hope that this in some way helps you as you read along. And again, I would like to say that once this is done, take some time later, maybe after the beginning of the year, take a month to read through Proverbs. There is much wisdom in those verses. Until tomorrow, God bless you.